Greetings. This is Sports Chat with Nat, episode number 3, post game, Sunday, week 1. Oh my, such good games today. I'm going to start with the Steelers and the Bills. Listen, I am so ashamed. I picked the Bills to beat us. I didn't have confidence in the offense. I'm just going to admit it. But the defense saved us once again. We won that game 23-16. That three-man rotation we're using on the defense was just killer. We didn't tire out. We didn't tucker out. Ben was 18 of 32 for 188 yards. That's not very good. He had one touchdown, but thank God no interceptions. He did get sacked twice. Quarterback rating of 29. Y'all know a 29 is not a high score. Josh Allen, we thought he was going to be all great and everything from last year. What happened? 30 of 51 for 270. One touchdown, no interceptions, but we sacked him 3 times. Oh, bless him. But we looked really good. We had that block punt, run back in for a touchdown by Ulysses Gilbert. That was really outstanding. I think it turned the game around for us. And moving right along to some of the other games. Eagles, Falcons. I predicted 2017. Actually, the final score was 32-6. The Eagles beat the Falcons. Jalen Hurts, he's a young fella. He had 3 touchdowns for 364 yards, 27 of 35. Matt Ryan, bless his heart, he had 21 of 35 for 164 yards. He had a pretty good completion rating last year, but he struggled today. He really struggled today, and the defense, as usual, couldn't stop a flea. Vikings, Bengals. I predicted a 28-21 Vikings. The Bengals won that with a last-second field goal in overtime. Final score 27-24. Kirk Cousins had a decent game, 36 of 49 for 351 yards. And Burrows, Cincinnati, bless him, he had 20 of 27 for 261. Cardinals, Titans, I will admit, I thought the Titans were going to be a little bit stronger. I predicted the Titans would win 38-35, when in fact the Cardinals ran them out of their own stadium, 38-13. Kyler Murray, he had 21 of 39 for 289 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did have 1 interception. And Tannehill, 21 of 35 for 212 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now, the Titans picked up Julio Jones from Atlanta Falcons. He had, they threw at him 6 times. He caught 3 passes for 29 yards. Bud Dupree, outstanding defensive player for us at one time. For the Steelers, he got hurt and got traded to the Titans. He only had 1 tackle today. The Texans and the Jags, I predicted that the Jags would win, but the Texans were all over the Jags. The final score was 37-21. Now, interesting fact, Lovie Smith, he's the defensive coordinator for the Texans, former head coach for the Bears. Dennis Culley, the head coach for the Texans, was assistant coach with the Ravens. Very defensive, heavy-minded coaches. It showed today. The Texans defense was on it. Trevor Lawrence, Urban Myers, this is the NFL, not college. Get ready, okay? Panthers, Jets. I predicted the Panthers would win 30-14. The Panthers did win 19-14. Sam Darnold went up against his former team, the Jets. He had a good day. He won, so that's always a good feeling. Seahawks, Colts. I predicted Russell and the Seahawks would win 28-10. They won 28-16. Russell was 18 of 23, 254 yards, no interceptions, 4 touchdowns, with the highest quarterback rating I've seen today, 152. Browns Chiefs. I predicted that the Chiefs would win 30-28. The Chiefs did, in fact, win 33-29. Baker Mayfield had a magnificent game. He was 21 of 28. He only had that one interception at the end of the game. And I said earlier in my pregame that it would come down to the last possession, and it did. Mahomes was 27 of 36, 337 yards. That game went back and forth, just like I said. Packers and Saints. Boy, did I get that one wrong. I said the Packers would win 38-28. Well, 38 points were scored, but not by the Packers. The Saints actually had 38 points. The Saints only mustered up 3 points. Aaron Rodgers, bless his heart, was 15 of 28. He threw 2 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 36. Bless him. Jameis Winston. Everybody talked about the mistakes this young man has made in the past, but today he was mistake-free as far as interceptions. He threw 5 touchdowns, 14 of 20 for 130 yards. He was just great today. The 49ers and the Lions. I predicted that the 49ers would win 31-16. They did, in fact, win 41-33. It came down to the last play of the game, and the Lions almost pulled it out. So Jared Goff was traded from the Rams to the Lions, so it made it an interesting game. Washington football team and the Chargers. I predicted Washington would win 31-21. Ryan Fitzpatrick, their starting quarterback, was injured in the first quarter. Backup quarterback came in, and the Redskins, I'm so sorry. The Washington football team could not pull it out. It was 2016 final score. Broncos Giants. I predicted 14-6 Giants. Final score 27-13 Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater has found a new home, and he had a great game. He had 2 touchdowns, 28 of 36 passes. D. Jones of the Giants was 22 of 37 for 267 yards. Dolphins Patriots. I predicted the Patriots would win 2017. Well, there were 17 points scored, but they were scored by the Dolphins, and they beat the Patriots, who only had 16. So I was not too bad for my first week of games. There's a game on right now. It is the Bears. Hi, this is Sports Chat with Nat, episode number 3. Didn't do too bad for my first week. This is the first time I've ever said out loud what my predictions were for the games, and I'm just so excited. So I will see you next week. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sports Chat with Nat. If you have a question or a comment, email me at sportschatwithnat@gmail.com. sportschatwithnat@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. I've had fun. I hope you did. Have a great evening. Rest well. I hope your team won. Mine did. Woo woo. Good night. Bye-bye.